So, today we're gonna step things up and try to make a CSGO butterfly. There are two ways to build a butterfly. One method would be the so-called channel construction, which, if you imagine this as one piece of metal, you would cut a channel into it so the knife can go in. The handles in the second method, which we're gonna be using today, consist each out of two pieces that you bolt together. This method is called the sandwich construction. So we have three parts to build. Key factor in it is that all three parts need to be light. More on that later. We start with the blade. So I printed out a template, I have a link to it in the description, and then I drew the outline on a piece of stainless steel. I cut it out, sanded it a little, and improved the shape by hand. Now comes the tricky part. As I mentioned earlier, it's easier to do some tricks if the whole knife is a little bit lighter. So I decided to cut out some material from the blade, which turns out wasn't that easy and took a lot of time. So I don't have any sort of some fancy CNC mills or anything else that could help me with this. So I drilled in some holes and tried different methods, but I ended up doing this by hand. This took a very, very long time. After that, only thing left was drilling some holes. I did basically the same thing for the handles, but a little bit smarter me, I drew them on normal steel. Cut them out, variations of sanding, variations of drilling, and a little bit more sanding. Now it's time to add these grip things to the side. The wooden pieces got a little brighter in color after sanding them, so I searched around and found this polish for dark furniture, and I mean, it did the job. So now that they're a little bit darker and are in final shape, I simply glued them onto the handle. So everything is built now, it's time for the final assembly. It is finally done. It works. You can do tricks with it. It took way more time than I have expected, but there are still some things I would do different if I would make a second one. The first thing would be, it's still way too heavy. So I don't know, I would drill some holes in the handles too, or even cut out some more material. Also, the shape is not that perfect. If the knife is closed, the handles don't touch each other, so there's a little gap. All things that are easily sorted out.